What's up guys, Eddie Lens, your running gun shooter, and today I'm going to teach you how to do on-camera and off-camera flash. Let's go. In order to do an on-camera flash setup, so obviously the camera, I'm going to be using the Sony a7 IV, which is really good on low light and megapixels. And then what we have for the on-camera flash is going to be the Godox Lux Junior. I'm going to be testing it out, see how powerful it is and what limits, we could be doing with it and what we can't be doing with it. As well as off camera, we're going to need a transmitter, which I bought online. We're going to be using it as tool as well, so we can do a little bit of off camera flash. And these mechanisms basically are going to be transmitted for here and a hot shoe for here, so you can do wireless. And we're going to begin showing you a little bit now, so let's get it. So now we're going to be installing this. It has a little softbox, so it's simple. Goes here, twist it, turn on the power, and then you wait for this little guy right here to turn green. And meanwhile, while we wait, we have our two beautiful cars. Mustang on this side, that's a 2021 if I'm not mistaken, and we got a 2015 right here. And the idea is to potentially use the South Coast Plaza as a background, and we're going to use a flash to expose these so we have everything looking good. And then later in post, just bring up a little bit of the shadows and do your little final touch and preset as well. I'm going to be doing that soon. And then we got my boy Salvador, aka Chava. We're going to plug him in one of his accounts. He's also a photographer, and I want to thank him for coming out today to let us borrow the car so we can make a beautiful photo happen. Yeah, wait, plug yourself in on Instagram.
Damn, I don't even know, bro. Fuck, let me check.
Which one do you want?
Let's check Instagram real quick. Salvador with 2 R's, 5.0, Oh, I always like to do drone photography, car pictures, wherever Eddie is. Eddie's always teaching me some little tricks, like right now.
There you go. So I'll be teaching him, teaching you. So it's going to be a 2-in-1. Okay, so now that we have the little green light ready to go, you have your meters here, your output, which is full, half, 1/4, 1/8, 1/16, 1/32, and 1/64. And as well as this, if you're in manuals, this doesn't apply, but you're in auto, we'll go into that later. But you want to be on manual when you're shooting. That's the first rule number 1, I would say. So now we're gonna expose and we're just gonna shoot and make sure everything's, I would say, even. So right now I'm gonna do full power just to see if we're overexposing. So full power, and my settings are gonna be mid 800 because I want to keep it like nice and clean for the noise. And we're at shutter speed, we're gonna go down to 1/50th, and I want to say 2.8 aperture. And now we're gonna take a test shot. Okay, that was super bright. As you can see, we're gonna show you in the photo as well that it's overexposed. So now we're gonna have to balance it. If this isn't synced, you will always want to be on a shutter speed at 160 or 200. You just make sure which camera you have, because some will sync at 200 and the other ones will sync at 160 in a second. So figure that out so your shutter could be on sync with your flash. So then now you'll have 200 and the ISO to move, as well as your exposure. Let's go down to half right now, and let's go. Okay, so we're still getting that overexposed kind of shot, so you kind of have to play with it. So we're gonna play with it a little bit more, and then we're gonna continue to show you the final shots. Okay, so we have an update. So what I wanted was also, I wanted the background closer. So another trick you can always think about is if you zoom in and you have a 24-70 like mine, you could always pull the background. What I mean by that, next time check it out, look at the background, zoom into 70, and then you can step back to frame the cars, and therefore you've pulled your background in. Fun little tip trick there, in case you guys are wondering. Things are at shutter speed 1/60th, because that's where my flash is in sync with the shutter speed, at 2.8 because I want somewhat of the blurriness still, the background at least blurry for sure. And then ISO, I had to bump it up to 2000. That was like that middle balance. And then the most important, have it at half power, so you're able to reach this far. So if you take a look over there, kind of at a distance. So this is so far pretty good. If you have it at a high ISO, you can still reach it from this distance. So right now I'm gonna get a little squat going and check it out. It's looking better. We're gonna do one more. Shutter speed 160 as always, and then ISO 2000. That's better. So now what we want is, I want better than this. So we're gonna do off camera flash. so we can point it from an up high direction so we're able to get the shadows from the car. I want to get more of a natural flash from a top and not from an on camera, so that's the difference. So on camera is going to give you more control of where you want to flash on a high point. And so this is right here. I'll plug it in. This is a transmitter. It basically allows me to shoot off camera because it's going to transmit. So when I press the trigger, it should trigger it from wherever I am. And there is a distance, so I'll put in the information if I have time. If not, just look into it. I'll have the link down below. So this also is going to go on here. And now we're going to turn both of these on. But once a receiver, there's a transmitter. So in case it doesn't sync right, swap it and it should work just like this. Ready? On camera to off camera flash. And then we're just going to shoot it. And if you saw the flash, I don't know if you guys did. You see the flash? As you can see, we put it in the video, the photo. With that being said, now I want to get a better angle. And this is going to be on the top versus straight here. Now what we're going to do is we have a little tripod here. And I'm going to install the light here. And then put it up top and put it right in between the both of the cars so there's enough flash. And that should expose it. And at the end of the day, this is a learning experience for both of us, guys. Some night stuff. And we're only going to get better from here. So tap in, subscribe, and like if you made it this far. Alright, so now we have the off camera installed. We have a little tripod giving us the height that we need. And then we're going to go from there and take a few shots and make some adjustments. It's all about making adjustments and shot, but once it's there, it's all click, click, click. So basically, all the work is what we're doing right now. So don't feel like you're supposed to get it on the first try. It never happens. Better power, you probably expose the whole thing. But right now we're just basically using the Godox Junior and we're just seeing what we can push it to its limits and, you know, go from there. Oh yeah, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks, guys. ¿No te deja?
Sí,